Welcome to our third week of our series Encounters. If you're watching this video and you're alone, I strongly advise you to join a Connect group because it will make a whole lot more sense if you are combined and connected with people when watching this video. So many times when we have expectations and the expectations are crushed or the expectations are not met, we are very disappointed by the person that we felt that would pull through for us in a particular situation. I know a particular couple that were looking for a house and they were looking for a place to stay. They found what they felt like was the perfect house for them. And when they found this house, they put in an offer for it, and then they told their friends about it. They were super excited about the new adventures that they were about to start in this house. But less than 24 hours later, they heard news that a counter offer had been put in and that person had been accepted. And then they were absolutely baffled by this because they had put in the offer first. They couldn't understand what was happening and why it had happened. But the challenge was the agent had not put their offer through. So their agent had dropped the ball, and that's how they lost their house. They were absolutely gutted and they were absolutely devastated by this fact. Now, with us, there's many times where situations like that happen, where we place our trust in someone and something in a particular way for them to pull through for us on this particular thing that we're expecting them to, and then they let us down. We look at this week in our series Encounter, we look at the story of Lazarus and his two sisters. So Lazarus was extremely ill, and he was ill to the point of death. And while he was ill, the sisters pleaded and sent a message to Jesus saying, the guy that you absolutely love, your best friend, Lazarus is sick. Could you please come through to heal him? But we see Jesus taking his time, and eventually Lazarus passes away. Now you can imagine the type of disappointment and the type of grief that the sisters were carrying when they had such expectations for Jesus to pull through in this particular situation, but the Lord took his time. But the fascinating thing that we see here is that he reacts to both of them in a very different way. He goes to Martha and he reminds Martha of what he can do. He reminds Martha of his position and his strength. But when he goes to Mary, he weeps with Mary and he cries with Mary. And I think the message behind today's video is that we're trying to look at Jesus from two angles. And one of the angles, the truth that Jesus knows our grief and our struggles. That's our base point. That's our first point of reference. In Hebrews 4:15, we know that it reads and tells us that Jesus is not a high priest that is far or aloof from us, but he is a person that knows our grief. He knows what we've been through. He's been tempted in every way and is still without sin. And I think the most beautiful thing about this whole thing, and the most beautiful thing about Jesus, are these 3 points. And I want to read them to us so we can gain a full understanding of Jesus' affection and Jesus' love towards us. The first point is we can trust Jesus since he knows what we are going through. The Lord knows exactly what we're going through at all times. And that's why the way he treated Mary was very different to the way he treated Martha, because he knows them individually and he knows what they're going through individually. The second point is this: we can trust Jesus because he knows what we need. He constantly knows what we need. He constantly knows what we require from him and in our lives in order for us to live a life full in him. The third point is we can trust Jesus since he has conquered death. Now, if you know the story of Lazarus, you know that Jesus rose him from the dead and he was alive again. And this is testament of even himself conquering death and him being alive again. And this is Jesus knowing all the time what is needed for the situation. And at no stage is he surprised. At no stage is he caught off guard. But at every single stage, he feels our pain and he feels exactly where we are. And he understands where we are exactly. I hope you enjoy this week's Connect. I hope you enjoy this week's message. God bless you guys. See you Sunday.